DWMMAC, what do y'all see in this video? Hey, I'm going to tell you what I see. I see a wife beater, I see a racist, and I see a bojangler. Okay, I got to give a shout out to MMA News, okay? I got to give a shout out because they put their foot, they don't let nothing go. They report every single solitary thing that need to be reported. They don't care. MMA News, they completely go in and they do what the other publications are afraid to do. That's do real reporting. That's do unbiased reporting. If you did it, they're going to report it, okay? I'm going to start promoting them. I'm going to do it for free. Okay, hell, I might reach out to them and say, I'm going to start promoting y'all on my YouTube channel. Like, for real. But, you know, they have reported, in which we've all been saying, that, you know, people been giving Stephen A. Smith a lot of backlash with the whole Dana White situation. And Stephen A. Smith has been protecting Dana White, but this is what we've all said. Okay, of course we know that this is what he's been doing. They've been protecting Dana White, ESPN. And Stephen A. Smith has caught lots and lots of backlash for it. Stephen A. Smith is very, very quick to bash black athletes. He'll bash them, or he'll try to be like, let me tell you something, brother to brother. Okay, another brother need to talk to you about something. Let me tell you about yourself, brother. Like, that's the attitude that Stephen A. Smith had with black athletes. But when it comes to these white athletes, or even a lot of non-black athletes, Stephen A. Smith is very compassionate. He's very sympathetic. He's very empathetic. You know, like, it's just crazy, you know, what this guy, the stuff that he say about black athletes. He's ready to go to war and start beefs with the black athletes. Well, you know, he was the main one talking about Dana White. Okay, I know Dana White. Okay, and this is just, don't let this tell you who Dana White is. Okay, he was in that narrative, like, oh, I know Dana White. And yes, it's wrong. You don't put your hand on a woman. You don't do that. But I know Dana White. See, Stephen A. Smith, he was in a catch-22 because you remember last time he got in trouble. And we all knew what Stephen A. Smith meant, okay? I knew what he meant. Like, he was saying that women should not go around here provoking men. Like, don't go slapping a man if you don't want the man to hit you back. Okay, like, you know, and I agree with him on that situation. I completely agree. Don't run up here slapping these men or trying to punch these men or fight these men and then get upset when these men punch you back. Okay? Because, you know, nowadays, these young dudes, they don't care. They don't care about that. These young dudes will slap the taste out of your mouth. These young dudes will put you to sleep if you're a female. They don't care. You know, like I used to tell my daughter, don't put your hand on these dudes. Don't touch them. And when she finally was allowed to have a boyfriend, or she was allowed to have one, and that's when she couldn't have one until she was 18. But when she was allowed to have a boyfriend, you know, I told her, I said, listen, it's a big dude. Don't go up here getting mad at him and you're hitting on him. And I told him, now, she tell me that you put hands on her. Okay, if you put hands on her and you do it, okay, because of your emotions, I said, I'm coming to get you. But I told her, don't put hands on this dude. But my daughter already knew this. Now, I did tell y'all the story about the time she punched this dude's teeth and knocked his teeth out. But that's because he grabbed on her butt. And, you know, she beat him down like I taught her to. But that's different, okay? That's different. But I'm talking about randomly hitting these dudes and trying to embarrass them. It'd be like the little kid, man. You know, you see like a lot of the middle school age kids where these girls, they're constantly hitting these boys. They're constantly hitting these boys. And, you know, the boys, their parents done taught them, hey, look, don't put your hand on a woman. Don't touch these girls. Don't beat these girls up, okay? Well, excuse me. He's sitting there because he's trying to listen to what his parents say. He's embarrassed, okay, because now he's embarrassed in front of all of his peers because this girl is assaulting him over and over and over and over. And, you know, he ain't trying to go for that. So he's sitting there frustrated. He's mad and upset. And, you know, and rightly so. And when these kids, these boys, they start firing off, I've seen it happen. They fire off on these little girls and they beat them down. Then, you know, everybody want to jump on the boy. Like, yo, you shouldn't be hitting on her because she's a girl. But the girl need to keep her hands to herself. You know, and that's what Stephen A. Smith was saying. Keep your hands to yourself. Okay, you can't go and hit some man upside the head with a frying pan out of rage because you pissed off. Well, of course he's going to hit you back. That's what he was saying. And I get what he was saying. And a lot of people understood what he was saying, but he was suspended. So Stephen A. Smith now, he's in a catch-22. Okay, because now he gotta put out there, you know, you can't put your hand on a woman. But he can't say that, hey, she shouldn't have hit him. He ain't touched that one. He didn't touch that one. He just said a lot of people don't know who Dana White is, And he was defending Dana White on that aspect. And I'm like, come on. A lot of people don't know who he is. Of course we know who he is. Dana White just showed you who he was. See, I tell you something. When you put alcohol in a person, alcohol will expose who you really, truly are. I call alcohol the truth elixir. I call it the truth elixir. And the more of it you drink, the more you begin to tell the truth. I've had friends that I thought they were my friends, and when they get drunk, they tell you the truth. The honest to God truth. They tell you what you think about you. Tell you what you think of. They tell you what they think. And then, you know what? They can't remember. See, they can't remember all the hate and stuff that they said. They can't remember that stuff because they said it under the influence, and, they don't remember it. They don't remember it. I like when people get drunk. And I will sometimes go to a party. I don't drink myself. I'll go to a party, and I'll see some of my friends, some of the people that I chill with, that I'm cool with. I'll go to a party, and I'll listen to them while they're drunk, and I'll find out everything I need to know about them. And then I know who I start cutting off. Get them when they're drunk. Well, we saw exactly who Dana White was when he was drunk. We saw it. He's a wife beater. We saw who Ho Rogan was. And y'all remember Ho Rogan, and of course Stephen A. Smith defends Ho Rogan too. He defends him too. Oh, defends him heavily. Well, that was 10 years ago. He's not the same man he was 10 years ago. I mean, people can change, Skip. Not Skip, but people can change. Whoever it was, I remember it wasn't Skip. People can change. People can change. I mean, like what? And Ho Rogan sitting here, really, like you remember the time when he said that, well, I went to the hood, and when I went to the hood, I thought I was on Planet of the Apes. Well, you remember the time he was on this show, and they did a montage of him using the N-word. And one of them, like, he was getting one of his guests, it was a white guy, and he was telling the guy, hey, say the N-word, say it. Say it. Say N-word. That's what Ho Rogan was saying. Say N-word. Just say it. Oh, you scared to say it? Come on, say it. And then when a guy says it, oh, man, he starts laughing hysterically out of control. Like, Ho Rogan begins to laugh hysterically out of control. Like, he just got such a big kick out of it. Okay? See, that kind of stuff, man. And, Ho Rogan, he done been drunk on air before. He done been high. He get high on air. Also, marijuana, that's the truth serum. Okay? Marijuana will tell you the truth. A person will tell you the honest truth if they high or they drunk. And Ho Rogan always high on this show. So, of course, he pretty much telling you who he is. He's telling you exactly who he is. A racist. I mean, it is what it is. It is what it is. And you have a lot of fighters that stood up for Ho Rogan and talking about, well, he's really not that way. You guys don't know who he is and blah, blah, blah. Everybody jumping to a conclusion. And, we shouldn't, as people, we got to learn how to love and forgive and all this stuff. But we can't, learn how to love and forgive Michael Vick. Can't learn how to love and forgive, Ray Rice. We can't learn to love and forgive damn Greg Hardy. Okay, no, we can't learn and love to forgive them. But we got to learn and love to forgive Dana White and Ho Rogan because of the stuff they do outside the octagon, outside of the sport. No. We're supposed to love and forgive them. Okay? But Stephen A. Smith, he be the first one to defend all these guys. Every time when these guys make a mistake or do something, he defend them heavily. He go in hard for them. Me and Dana White, we're friends. Oh, really? Okay. So you ain't gonna talk noise about your friend. When your friend mess up, don't you supposed to tell your friend the truth? I mean, you talk noise about Floyd Mayweather, and Floyd Mayweather's supposed to be your friend too. But he talked that junk about Floyd too. Hell, he was one of the ones too. He started saying, man, I can't defend Floyd on this anymore. Yeah, he's scared of Manny Pacquiao. And woo, buddy, Floyd done invited Stephen A. Smith to his house. Just really, really just hooked Stephen A. Smith up for a while. I mean, just showed him, like the king treatment. Showed Stephen A. king treatment, okay? Showed him that. And Stephen A. Smith just goes and starts saying he was afraid of Manny Pacquiao. I said, damn. I said, you know what? This is unbelievable, man. This is freaking unbelievable. Like, crazy. But he ain't got nothing to say about Dana White. Nope. He defended him. He defended Ho Rogan. Hell, he defended a whole lot of people that mess up. But guys, this is who Stephen A. Smith is. This is who he's always been. This the same guy in college, man. This dude sucked as a ball player. He sucked as a basketball player. But then, you know what he did? His coach, Clarence Big House Gaines, legend. You know he got him fired. Wrote an article about the dude, saying the dude is past his time and they need to pass the torch because the team could be doing better if they had new leadership. Yo, Stephen A. Smith wrote a whole thesis on Big House Gaines. Got the man fired, man. Crazy. But he been doing this for years, man. Okay, this ain't the first time that Stephen A. Smith go in. Or every time a black coach have a losing season, he'd be the first one saying that these people need to lose their jobs. He'd be the first one saying that these folks need to lose their damn jobs. Like, guys, unbelievable, bro. So the coach need to lose their job. They have one bad season. Oh man, we need a coaching change. Yeah, we gotta have a coach change, Skip. What the hell? What we do? Anyway, that's who he is. And when people start talking about Stephen A. Smith and calling him what he really is, people be getting mad and, oh man, why y'all getting on the brother because he got his own mind. Yeah, he do got his own mind. Ain't nobody saying you can't have an opinion. We're not saying that. Nobody's saying that you can't have an opinion. But when your opinion is always putting down your own, that's kind of suspect to me. Okay? Every time you have an opinion, you're putting down your own. Okay? I mean, that's a one-sided opinion to me.